Let's go into our sports corner.
You got 24 seconds and it's starting right now.
So the U.S. Open is currently underway in New York City. If you don't know what that is, that's tennis. If you know, you know. I have this thing where I just whatever is on ESPN at the moment, that's my new favorite sport. Yes, I still watch the WNBA. Happy birthday to Stewie. Her birthday just occurred like earlier this week. I know how I also mentioned that the Aces were kind of doing bad, but you know, they are trending in the right direction at the right time. So good for them. MVP candidates are still, you know, who will be the MVP of this season? We will see. But the main story today is the US Open because that's like only a short amount of time happening in New York. And recently, two tennis stars got into it. And I would love to get Rebecca's reaction to it, right? So a heated interaction between Taylor Townsend from America and Jelena Ostapenko, right? This happened after a second round match. And there's this like tennis has very strict rules. There's this thing that like if the ball hits the net or something, like you're supposed to be like this, like, oh, I'm sorry. It's kind of like an unwritten rule in a sense, right?
Taylor, congratulations. Fiery match start to finish. We'll get to it all. Can you fill us in on the conversation you were having with Jelena out there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's competition. People get upset when they lose, and you can't. Some people say bad things. She told me I have no class, I have no education, and to see what happens when we get outside the U.S. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I beat her in Canada outside the U.S. I beat her in New York outside the U.S. So let's see what else she has to say.
When I saw that, I said, you got to have some BALLS to come up to somebody and tell them about they have no class and no education. First of all, girl, no education. What does that have to do with anything about anything? It gives very, I think, racist. Because what you mean I have no education?
You know how I feel about people like testing me and trying to play me. The moment you sat there and said, you see what happens when you out the US, baby, the way I'm looking for you on every block and every corner, and I'm gonna make sure I take pictures and I'm gonna at you and say, I'm here, where you at? I'm outside the US, what's up? Because one thing about it, I think we need to normalize. And Shayla's gonna be like, Rebecca, don't say that. We need to normalize like people getting punched in their mouth. Like, who are you talking to? We really do. And I know somebody's gonna be like, well, you know, as Black people in America, we already seen as aggressive, this, that, and there. Sometimes, let me show you the stereotype you think I am. Because who are you talking to? What does my class have to do with this? What does my education level have to do with this? The thing that beat you here is skill, and you are worried about an ounce of a rule.
That's not even a rule.
It's not even a rule. It's like, I just don't understand. Girl, she held that conversation on longer than I could have. You was dismissed. I'd have been cheering on my people. And I think at one point she had said, like, learn to lose better. And that,
yes, it's literally sore loser behavior because you're just mad you lost. Like, just say that. To sit over here and be mad regardless of if I didn't do the unauthorized rule stuff, you still lost. Like, even if I would have gone like this, you still would have lost. So focus on that. Come back for our next tournament, beat me. But to sit here and tell me that I'm uneducated or I have no class is very much, girl, sit down, take the L. And yeah, and also it's like, what? It's very much like you a sore loser. And she did go on Instagram to try to like make things better, but you guys know when it comes to a response, it's like, girl, you could have kept it.
And I saw that
could have kept that.
There were some people who like, because I believe the Shade Room had posted like our screenshot of her, like what she had posted on her story, and people were like, well, it is an unwritten rule, this, that, and the third. The outcome was the outcome regardless. If you felt some type of way, you should have sat at that press conference and said you didn't appreciate that and maybe made an official statement. But to talk to me like I'm your child, to talk to a grown adult as if you are like some type of disciplinary factor is like crazy to me. Like, you mean nothing. You lost.
And also, you automatically turning to telling me that I'm uneducated makes me feel like you already already had that preconceived notion in your head that because of the color of my skin or how I look, you think that I'm uneducated. Not only am I educated, I'm even more skilled than you because I beat you. And when I catch you again on the court, you better back up all the stuff that you had to say, because trust and believe, baby, if I beat you again, it's going to be a problem. And now if I called you uneducated, I don't want to hear nothing, because again, every action has a reaction. And one thing about it is you came to the United, I'm not even like so pro America, but you came here to disrespect. You said, oh, because you in America, you acting big and bad. Oh, baby, I will act the same way. I'm going to give Cardi energy. It don't matter what country I'm in. I'm going to still
The way I'm gonna hit you with the swiftness. Oh, she's just unskilled and unfit. Oh, and what you gonna say? What's next? What's next?
She looked like she could take care. She could be a security guard for the medical building.
Let me find out she worked with Amani.
And also, it's just like, I'm never gonna go like this. I'm really never going to act on the unwritten rule, because the way you came at me is crazy. Anyways, one thing about it is drama will bring people to sports. So if you are currently a part of a sport that gets no views, bring the drama, because the drama brings eyes. And on that note, if you made it this far, you're a real one. Comment a tennis ball for that. And for Rebecca, what Love Island emoji you want?
Girl, how you know it's gonna be Love Island related?
Well, I mean, you had a whole segment on it, I would hope.
Okay, well, I want y'all to put some playing cards for my boy Ace.
Okay, well, there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms at toomuchsb. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye, guys.